I'm Graham from GoFast. We are in Baja, Mexico, and in this video, I'm going to show you why the GFC platform camper is the perfect match for the Raptor pickup truck, and I'm also going to show you my personal truck, this 2024 Raptor, in the process. So, kind of broad overview here. This truck is a 2024. It's like the Gen 3 with a facelift. It is the base model, so it's 35s package, V6, really simple, still a super nice truck, but just the basic version of the Raptor. And the goal of this build is really embracing the concept of what we're calling OEM plus. So modern day trucks are so good. I mean, you've got cameras and sensors all over the place, in addition to a really high performance package. I mean, the suspension, the factory 35s, really dialed. It's a good setup. They're so much better than trucks from even 5 years ago. So once you start messing with these newer trucks, you'll start to see the consequences of that really quickly. And OEM plus mindset effectively just allows us to make additions to it that aren't going to be negative or impact our cost of ownership or honestly the headache of ownership. Once you start putting stuff with like uniballs on it and you do long travel and bypasses and everything starts to click and you have to maintain it all the time, it's not the truck that you bought in the first place. So this truck is a really nice truck, drives the highway great, and we've just done a couple of mods to it up front here. So we've got the XL linkable Baja Designs light bar that mounts into the factory bumper here. We have the Baja Fog Pocket Kit up here, so it's just 2 replacements for the factory fog light kit that comes with the rigid stock. They're not very bright. This one, I believe, is SAE compliant, and then this one is on the upfitter switches, and that's a kit that Baja sells directly. As far as suspension, wheels, and tires, this truck is stock. So you have your stock forged upper control arm. It's a Fox 3.0 with internal bypass technology. So it allows you to adjust the dampening and the valving on the fly. So you can have a sport mode for driving on the road, and then you have a Baja mode for mobbing in the dirt. I even kept the factory steps on here because it's convenient. So up top here, I've got a Gen 3 Starlink in front of the camper, and that's been converted to 12 volt. So I have Starlink on demand whenever I'm driving in remote areas. Back here, the biggest update that you'll see is the V2 Pro platform camper. So this guy is kind of built for this truck. So when we started GoFast, the Raptor was kind of always the dream platform. It was the aspirational piece, what we could do off-road. It's always kind of the big dog when it comes to off-roading. And we built our camper specifically to hold up to that. So I'm gonna walk you through the camper, how it kind of works if you haven't seen one of these before real quick, and then I'll show you how I've kind of kitted it out to personalize it. Back here, you have this triangulated space frame, and this system holds down super tight and takes all of the roof load, whether it's gear that's on top of the tent or the tent up here that you'll see in a second, and just translates that all down to the bed. So when we're hitting G-outs, when we're hitting bumps, when we're running through whoops, we're cornering super hard, all of that load from up top is being transmitted down these tubes and distributed across this bed. This whole space frame is bolted together. There's no welds to crack, no sheet metal to fail, and it keeps this whole assembly incredibly lightweight. So this entire camper for this truck weighs about 275 pounds. On the outside here, you have 080 5000 series aluminum panels, locks on all sides, but everything also opens up. So we call this mode Cabana mode, and it's really built for Mexico. Got a nice day like today, t-shirt weather. Being able to hang out in the back and really embrace the reason we're out here in the first place is to be outside, see the cows maybe. This is what it's all about. So hopping back in here, opening the tent is super simple. So you've got camp set up in just seconds. And these trucks have kind of a neat little feature here. So when you're old like me, or jump off the roof with too many cars for marketing videos and your back hurts, this is a super neat addition. One of the things about the camper in the back is that it does have pass-through functionality. So the floor is super modular. Fun fact, this is the best configuration, undeniably. So putting the small square up here, putting it into bunk mode, and super comfortable lounger. So this whole floor is modular and you can pass up and down, and each one of these panels moves out of the way so you have tons of standing room in the back. Specifically why this fits the Raptor so well is we have incredibly burly tie down points. So the way that this thing attaches to the truck is these big billet clamps. Got 4 of those throughout the truck, and it really holds this thing down to the bed in a way that no other topper is going to hold on. And that's why you'll see this bed kind of having a Spartan build out. So we're just doing a quick overnighter in Baja, so we don't need a ton of stuff. When we're mobbing this thing off-road and hitting bumps, the last thing I want is this thing to become a projectile and start breaking windows. So keeping everything tied down and secure is critical. I've got a Freedom Coast track system that adds some L-track in the bed here, and then just a simple bed rug. So the bed rug is about 60 or 70 pounds lighter than putting a Line-X bed in here. So if you rhino line the bed, that weighs like 80 pounds. The bed rug is more comfortable, and for my purposes, as this thing is not going to see like a bunch of dirt and gravel just going straight into the bed. It sees trash can duty, but that's the majority of like dirty hauling stuff that I do with this truck. The bed rug works super well. It's super comfortable. This one is the V2 Pro, so we've got the lighting kit all the way around. It's red, white, switchable. And then I've got a prototype track system that is probably coming pretty soon. It depends on when this video launches. And got all sorts of internal accessory mounting points. So you've got your Scott blue paper towel holder, you've got your mechanics wear gloves, you have wetsuit hanger, towel system, basically a whole new way to mount things all over the camper, which is super convenient. So on the outside here, you'll see there's a track system that goes all the way around the perimeter. And what that allows you to do is mount stuff like awnings. So I've got this Kamek straight pole awning on the side. And then if you come up here, you can actually see just how close this thing fits. So all of our trucks, all of our campers, we want to make it as low as possible, keep that center of gravity as low as we can, and also keep range and aerodynamics optimized and make it so you still fit in your garage. So keeping this low, keeping it tucked with the vehicle, you will not find a camper for the Raptor that fits the truck better or drives better off-road, period, end of story. But that's pretty much it. This is a simple build. We're gonna be building this, so check out the build series videos as it goes through, but really the whole point is like, how do we still keep our truck for doing truck stuff? Keep it simple, keep it light, keep it fast, because driving is half the fun.